Hi Gemini, welcome to your September 2023 astrology horoscope forecast. Welcome to my channel. Long time no see, Gemini. I've been taking a bit of a break. I'm going to be breaking down September into very simple three parts. September is a bit of a breather that we've been given before the eclipse season begins with October. We have had the last couple of months, summer has been slightly chaotic. There's been a lot of planets that have been retrograde. And as we begin the month, we have Venus that is going to be going direct on the 3rd. And then we also have your ruling planet, co-ruling planet Mercury, which is also going to be going direct from the 15th. It's an extremely important month for you to center yourself before the chaos begins again in October. But before we step into as to what is it that Venus has in store for you, I would just like to remind you that Mercury, which is retrograde in Virgo, I've done a specific video for it. I'm going to be putting up the link. You may go and watch it, and you're going to be finding that there may have been a slight almost underlying chaos at home. You may have found that things have unusually been stagnant. You may have been, it could be that some renovation work has been going on. It could also be that some family skeletons have come out and you're not feeling too happy about it. There could be some amount of sibling rivalry as well. There could also be some amount of emotional turmoil that could be going on as well, along with the confusion that could be happening around you. So the Mercury retrograde is a time for you to be stepping back. It's a time for you to be embracing the uncertainty that is around you, Geminians. And it can be that for a lot of you, maybe some memories from childhood, they come up in the front. Maybe for some of you, it can be that some unpleasant stuff could again come up from the childhood. It could resurface again. And the trick over here is not to get engulfed in them. The trick is to move ahead. On the 4th, we have Venus that is going direct in your own house of communication, travel, negotiations. This also rules your siblings and the community at large where you stay. So it's a time where you will find yourself seeking out your friends more. You will find that you're quite keen to learn. Great time to be maybe learning a new language, maybe upskilling yourself. Great time to be even deepening your spirituality if that is what that you want. And it's also a time where there will be a realization that who is it that is really important to you. And particularly your close friends, maybe some people from your family. And it's a fabulous time to be expressing your love. It's a good time to be letting people who are close to you know what they mean. At times we assume, that people whom we care for, that they would know automatically as to what is it that we feel. But this is a wonderful time for you when Venus goes direct in order to be being more verbal, being more obvious. It's a time also during the Venus transit to be reflecting about what is it that gives you joy, Geminians. What is it that how is it that you can create an environment which is full of joy and it's full of harmony? Is it that you're holding on to too many grudges? Is it that you do not want to deal with the uncomfortable emotions and you would rather sort of just let it be? But that also is not creating any harmony, because you will have to during the retrograde work through the difficult emotions, try and see as to the uncomfortable sensations that certain relationships bring about. That is, of course, if you want to sort them out and see as to where is it that it takes you. On the 15th, we have a new moon that is there in your house of home, and on the 16th, we have Mercury that is going retrograde. So the entire focus, I would say, on September is around your home, the people with whom you share the space, your parents, your siblings, your physical environment. Maybe some of you will be doing some renovation. Maybe there is some renting, buying, leasing that's happening. Maybe some of you are thinking about changing your residence. Some of you could even be thinking about moving out completely out of the city, or even in some cases out of the country. And Mercury, of course, will bring about a lot of communications, and it can be that some of you could be doing short distance travel in order to figure out, whether you are looking maybe at a certain property, or maybe you're traveling to learn something. Maybe your work is taking you far and wide, and new moon can bring about, besides new opportunities, it can bring about it can open new windows for the conversations that you need to be having at home. On the 23rd, we have Sun that is joining Mars in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And it can be that you could be dealing with quite an anxious child at home. It can also be that you could be feeling quite restlessness as far as your own creativity is concerned. You could be feeling quite it could be both. It could either you could be feeling quite stagnant or blocked, or you could be in a flurry of creativity. You could be like, painting so much or sculpting so much that you could just be, on a spree of creating things. And Mars will sort of bring about that, I think, that enthusiasm and that energy, where that you will find the need to sort of, it's almost therapeutic that you keep creating, you keep creating, you keep creating. Sun, of course, is going to be bringing about a lot of clarity and along with courage as far as your love relationships are concerned. It's going to be not a, I would say, a great time to be getting into a committed relationship. But for a lot of you, it's a wonderful time to date. You could be meeting people who are equally passionate as you are, or maybe are from the similar creative field that you are. It can also be that for some of you, you could find that you're a part of a community which is as creative, or it's a creative community, and you're getting to indulge your creative tick, so to speak. We close the month with a full moon that is there in your house of groups of friends, and it's a time where end of the month you're going to be letting go of friendships, groups of people that no longer serve any purpose or add any value to your life. And also because full moons, it tends to be quite emotional. Something is coming to a fruition, something is it's coming to an end. So you could be there could be an acknowledgement, there could be a recognition of this is how good as it gets. And for a lot of you, I think you are also going to be moving to newer circles of friends. What is it that works for you, which is which, or rather people who connect with your values, with your sense of right and wrong, or even I would say your goals for life, you would be connecting with those more. So there will be like a falling apart of friendships. There could be a falling apart of groups of people, and all of a sudden, you thought that you were a part of a certain group, and suddenly you realize that, okay, I don't belong there. And for a lot of you, this is also a time of forming newer, or being a part of newer communities. It's a fabulous time to be doing any kind of volunteer work, especially if there if there are any animal shelters that are around nearby. It's a fabulous time to be doing that. It's a fabulous time also to be of service to others, without a transaction law of, oh, he or she did this to me, so only I shall do that. Sort of keeping a tab, mentally when we do, I will give an X because I only got a Y. So try not to sort of operate. You're being asked to rise above it. You are being asked to open up your heart. You're being asked to be brave. That's what Sun and Mars are telling you. And full moon, of course, will finally also shed some amount of light on your own psychological makeup as far as friendships are concerned. Why is it that certain friendships just fall apart, and what is it, I think, besides blaming other people, what is it about you that you need to be changing in order to be more adaptable and flexible? It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Geminians. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much.